Hi everyone. We're going to go through this guy right here, Credit Recovery Unit 1 test items. You can use this to improve the score that you have in Synergy for this test. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to do on this one, but let's talk about our first one, who runs fastest. And what we have here is 4 ratios. So we have Debbie, who runs 15 feet in 1 second. And we have Liz, who runs 112 feet in 11 seconds. We have Stephanie, who runs 1 mile in 411 seconds. And then we have Tony, who runs 581 feet in 1 minute. Okay, so to compare these, all need to be the same ratio. All need to be in the same measurements. And 2 of these, Debbie and Liz, are already in feet per second. All right, so we're going to use feet per second as our ratio. So the first thing we need to do is take Steph and convert her into feet per second. So there are 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. All right, so that's what we're going to do for Steph. We're going to make her 5,280 feet in 411 seconds. All right, so that's our first thing. Now the second thing is we notice that Tony is in 1 minute instead of seconds. Well, that's pretty easy because 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So we're going to change Tony to 581 feet in 60 seconds. All right, so now everyone is in the same measurement in feet per second. And now we just have to convert everybody so that they have a 1 on the bottom like Debbie does. And we do that simply by dividing. All right, so using our calculator, well, I'll just use all right, so we're going to do 112 divided by 11, and we're going to do 5,280 divided by 411, and we're going to do 581 divided by 60. All right, so I just need my calculator here, and we do 112 divided by 11, and that's going to give us 10.2. I'll round it to seconds. Then we have 5,280 divided by 411, and that is 12.8. And then we have 581 divided by 60, and that is 9.68. And over here we have 15. So she's 15 feet per 1 second, and now we changed all of these to 1 second, and we can see that this is the fastest. So that's Debbie, 15 feet per second. So we're going to come back over here. We're going to click on Debbie. We're going to hit Submit Answer. Yes, Debbie is our answer. And we get a green check. All right. That's how you do those. Now we're going to clear this off and do the distributive property. All right, distributive property is pretty simple. We just need to multiply and watch our signs. All right, so what we're going to do is multiply this negative 2x times negative 1. And then we're also going to multiply it times 3x. All right, so we're going to have negative 2x times negative 1. Then this plus sign comes down, plus negative 2x times 3x. All right, so here we have negative 2 times negative 1, which is a positive 2, and it gives us an x. So that is going to be 2x. Next, we are going to have, we bring this plus sign down again. All right, now we have negative 2 times 3, which gives us a negative 6, and we have x times x, which gives us x squared. All right, so our answer is 2x minus 6x squared. All right, so let's go back over here. We're going to put in 2x minus 6x squared. Submit answer. Yes, green check. All right, so, and you can see that they have a really nice little video of us solving that problem. All right. Let's go to adding and subtracting polynomials. Well, these are pretty simple. We just need to make sure that we watch our sign and we combine like terms. Now, the first thing that I like to do when there's a negative is I am going to go and take this negative right here and make sure that I change my signs. So negative means change signs. All right, so we're going to change negative 4x squared becomes a positive 4x squared, and negative 5x becomes a positive 5x. All right, and then I have my other terms over here, which are 9x squared minus 8. All right, so now to combine my terms, I have a 9x squared, and I'm going to put this term, which is also an x squared, and put those together, and I get 13x squared. I have a 5x, and I don't have any other x's, so that's plus 5x. And then I have this subtract 8, and I don't have any other integers, so there's my final answer. All right, and so we are going to put that in 13x squared plus 5x, subtract 8, submit answer, and check. All right, so we're doing really well here. That was adding and subtracting polynomials, and next is polynomial terminology. I think I want to do that one by itself. So I think we're going to do multiplying binomials. That'll be our next one, because that's pretty quick, because you all know how to do that. All right, and so multiplying binomials, pretty simple, x minus 6 times x minus 4. So just like our previous problem where we had GCF, we want to take this x and we want to multiply it times this x and times this negative 4. And we want to take this negative 6 and we want to multiply it times this and we want to multiply it times this. So one way to look at this is to say, I want to take this first term, x, and I want to multiply it times x minus 4. And then I want to take this second term, which is negative 6, and I also want to multiply that times x minus 4. All right, and so now if I take x times x, that gives me x squared. And if I take x times negative 4, I get negative 4x. All right, so those are those two. And over here, if I take negative 6 times 4, negative 6 times x, I get negative 6x. And if I take negative 6 times negative 4, so let's see, negative 6 times negative 4 is equal to a positive 24. So positive 24. Now I notice that I have two x's here in the middle, so I'm going to combine those to a negative 10x and plus 24. All right, and there's my answer. So x squared minus 10x plus 24, submit answer, and we get a yes. Now they use the box method of doing this, which of course is a really good way to do these. All right, so that was multiplying binomials. This one is also multiplying binomials, but we'll notice here that sometimes there is a coefficient in front of the x, where the other one, the x was just 1. However, we do it exactly the same way. 2x plus 1. So I'm going to take this x and multiply it times this expression, and then I'm going to take this 2 and do the same thing. All right, so I'm going to take x, and I'm going to multiply it times 2x plus 1. And then I'm going to take this positive 2, and I'm going to multiply that times 2x plus 1. All right, well, that's pretty simple. All right, so x times 2x is 2x squared, and then x times 1 is plus x. 2 times 2x is plus 4x, and 2 times 1 is 2. I put these two together and I get positive 5x plus 2 and 2x squared. So there's my answer. 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. Submit answer. Yes, I did that right. And we get a check mark. All right, so just to keep these videos short, I'm going to call this the first half of unit test 1, and I'll make another video for the second half of unit test 1.